Well over a decade ago, a young woman who worked with me reported that I had sexually harassed her in the workplace. I had literally never been in a room alone with her and had little interaction. We hear now that an accuser deserves the benefit of the doubt, and therefore I should have been presumed guilty and fired for cause. Believe me, that is normally what I would have feared. Except in this case, I was fortunate. You see, the previous Saturday, this woman called my cell phone from my office line and left a voicemail asking me to meet her there and make love to her. She insisted that there was chemistry and that she knew I wanted her. She was very direct and graphic. I saved the voicemail and on Monday confronted her. I told her I had no interest in her. She should not have done what she did, and she must never do that again. I reported it to no one. I was hoping it would just end. However, rebuffed, she tried to extract revenge. Ultimately, she was fired instead of me. When allegations are presented, do not give anyone the benefit of the doubt. Allegations are not evidence, and if there is no evidence, they cannot be granted credibility. Does that mean some guilty people might get away with a bad deed? Perhaps, but more than likely, they will get caught doing it again. And then you have evidence that lends credibility and plausibility to the first allegation. It has been almost 4 decades since an allegedly drunken teenage boy attacked a teenage girl. I'm referring to Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh in his recent accuser. There is not one other complaint so far against him. Whereas we have seen in other cases a chain of women coming out after the first broke her silence in many other Me Too exposés. Of course, we know there is a paid army of people trying desperately to find more accusers for partisan and political reasons. To support a society where an allegation is a condemnation, where guilt is presumed in personal matters as much as in legal matters, is to give in to those working to establish totalitarianism. For that climate is the essence of totalitarianism. The purpose is to create terror and distrust and give those in power the unchecked ability to destroy lives with a raised eyebrow. Human life is sacrificed to those in power for the sake of their continued power. The history of the 20th century proves this in spades. In contrast, a civilized society and a civilized person takes judging a person very seriously because each person's life is of monumental importance. Their character is self-made and hopefully hard-won, and their reputation is far more precious than wealth. A damning rumor about a person, an innuendo, an accusation that contradicts everything you know about a person's character should not be dismissed or forgotten. But it should be set aside and deemed meritless unless evidence exists. And then the evidence needs to be weighed. That is justice. That is the bedrock of civilization. as opposed to totalitarianism. To any victim who is frustrated by lack of evidence of their attack, who feels justice has not been served, do not give up. Sometimes it takes longer than it should, but almost always the truth will come out and you will be vindicated. Even if justice is not served in a particular case, and sometimes it no doubt fails, living in a just and civilized society instead of a totalitarian one is the ultimate choice.